So you want to know what the Apple Sheep thinks of the Galaxy Note 7? I want to go to bed. It's freaking 1:25 at night in the morning. Why do we care about this anyway? Okay, I'll jump right into it. So the Samsung Note phones have apparently done well enough that they keep making them, and like Microsoft have forgotten how to count. So we skipped the Note 6 because we wanted the 7s to line up, but that doesn't help the Notes line up with themselves very well because it just goes Note 5, 7, whatever. You guys can name them whatever you want. What did they add? It's got that wireless charging, which it did before, I think. And the biggest change is that edge display, which they diminished the effects of, which I think is bizarre because I thought they were advertising how cool it is that it has a curved display on the edge, and now they've made it a bit more pointed so that the bend is not as significant. So we diminished the effects of the original edge so that our new feature is not as annoying. All right, that's fine. That's cool. Edge display is cool. It makes the bezels really thin. I think the design of the phone is very pretty because those bezels are definitely getting razor thin and almost gone. I wish they would get rid of their logo on the front, but that's just my Apple Sheep perspective. And it's kind of on the news and everyone's talking about it, and I'm kind of questioning why, because I don't think it's that big an upgrade. Camera's the same, processor's the same. We've had waterproof Galaxy S7 Edge. Only difference is now it's 5.7 inches. I do think it's really nice that the Note 7 comes with 64 gigs of internal storage. That's pretty cool since it's kind of a pro phone and that it starts with that. That's neat. And of course, with expandable storage, you can get up to 256 gigabytes expandable with that micro SD card slot. It's all good. It, of course, like the S7, is waterproof, and so is the S Pen, because you know how much notes we take underwater. And to be quite honest, I know a few people with Note phones, whether it be the Note 4 or the Note 5, and I very rarely see them using that S Pen. They're putting a lot of functionality to it, but I don't see people using it. I don't think a stylus on a phone, even if it's a phablet, if it's on a phone, you don't get much real estate to work with, and I think people writing like to have bigger displays. And I get that it's trying to be like a notepad, but I don't really think much people write on notepads anymore at all. And even when notepads were a thing before the smartphone era, I don't think most people wrote on them either. It was just a thing that existed for little things, but putting it on a phone and giving it lots of functions, I guess, yeah, it's a niche. They advertise that you can make GIFs with the Surface, not the Surface Pen. Gosh, still in my brain. They can make GIFs with the S Pen and select it over highlighted YouTube videos, which I feel like might cause some copyright problems I don't know about. Whatever, it's a GIF, which I found very odd, as in that's something I would like, but not a lot of people want to make their own GIFs, but I mean, hey, now you can. I'm not sure it'll be used all the time, but at least it's there. I'm really glad they switched to USB-C after reading that they had made that switch on the Note 7. I went, wait a second, the S7 and the S7 Edge didn't? What? Why wouldn't they? And I checked back, and apparently they still use micro USB, which I'm kind of shocked by. I have not reviewed the S7 or S7 Edge. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I want to. I'd love to check them out. They look like beautiful phones, but I'm not there yet. We got a lot of things on the board to review. But yeah, it just brings that fresh 7 design with the edge display, the waterproof, got that same camera and processor to a bigger phone. But the biggest advertising point that you'll see on all the headlines is the iris scanner. You can log in with your eyes, which is pretty neat. It's supposed to work on people who wear glasses, and it's really secure, supposedly more secure than a fingerprint, which may be true. One thing I found it not being useful for is how easy it would be to unlock someone's phone when they're right in front of you. So if someone was using their phone like this, you could just grab it out of them, hold it in front of their eyes, and then take it and run. I don't know. It reminds me a lot of face detection on the Surface Pro, which was annoying because I hate holding up my phone and going, remember the eyes, remember the eyes. And I'm sure it's very fast and it gets it fine. But I prefer personally having just a finger for me to interact with the phone so that I can physically tell it when to unlock, to not just be like, look at my eyes. Or what if I just want to check the lock screen really quick and then it starts unlocking with your iris and you have to swipe up for it to work? I don't know. The iris scanner they added is cool. I'm for that. I'm glad they're pursuing new ways of security. Who doesn't want a more secure phone? It's fine. But I was really impressed by the backpack battery that charges your phone wirelessly and it just clips on. It doesn't need any pins. That was pretty neat to me. It was kind of a response to the Moto Z modular phase we've been in. Lots of phones like to get super thin and then have things things you can strap on the back. And that one was cool. There's no pins. It just straps on, starts working. I think that's neat. That's really clever, and it can expand your battery. The battery is also the same as the S7 Edge. Even though the S7 Edge has a 3600 milliamp and the Note 7 has a 3500 milliamp, the talk times, the Wi-Fi, the video playback, they say all that's the same. But I'd love to see what kind of battery life you could get out of that wireless back charger. And it's an HDR display, which seems to be something everyone just throws on a product at the last second to say it's better. Like the Xbox One S, it's HDR. I won't notice. It's great, sure. But yeah, to be honest, this Apple sheep kind of likes the Galaxy Note 7. I think it looks like a cool phone. Samsung's the king of the Android phones right now. They have been for a while, and yeah, I'd like to get my hands on one. Maybe I'll review it in good time. I'm very excited to use one. Take some notes underwater, see how that goes. Anyway, what do you think of the Galaxy Note 7? Is it a big game changer? Should they just called it a Galaxy Note 6? Because that would have went up with their lineup better. I don't know who decides these things. Anyway, this is your Apple sheep here, and I will see you in the next one.